go Braves.
Of course, you already know that. What's up, people? It's the Talkin Noise Podcast, episode 13. We are back in full effect. We got Mees here today. We got Harper back. A lot in store for you today. It's a great day to be a Braves fan because, as you know, the Braves did win the World Series. I'm happy. I'm rocking my Braves hat today because it's all about ATL and the Braves. We haven't did it since 95.
It's been 26 years, right? 26.
It's been some time. What was you thinking about the game, Harper?
Well, first I want to say what's worse about, it's been 26 years since they won. The legend, Hank Aaron, passed last year. He didn't get to see it. So, that kind of sucks. But, especially since you feel like this should be a repeat. But
I do think it should have been a repeat, man. You gave up a 3-1 lead to the Dodgers in the championship, and you one game away from the World Series last year. So, and I think we could have beat. I think they played the Rays. I think we could have beat them. Come on now. But they came back. It reminds me of my UNC boys. We lost to Villanova and came back the next year and won it against Gonzaga. So it's always good when you can get back there and win that championship. I know you hate North Carolina, but it's all right, man.
It's all good, man. Ain't no hate. It's just real talk. Go ahead. I don't know too much about baseball. I don't watch baseball like that. I know it, but I don't watch it.
I watch like 3 or 4 teams. I try to watch in October because it's a little entertaining. Yeah. But my man Soler, especially for him to be a trade deadline trade guy, man. I mean, he went MVP of the World Series. He looked like a good fit with them. I like him a lot. Your boy Freddie, of course. Freddie Freeman. Hopefully he becomes a lifer. They need to resign him. He seemed like a real good, humble guy, man. He's a real nice guy,
Well, he's been there 12 years, so for him to finally get one, I'm pretty sure it means a lot. And to do it with the team you kind of started with is always a good feeling. But Soler was a good pickup. I mean, we had some other ones that we picked up, like Rosario. You had Peterson. They made 4 trades at the deadline, and then now you see that it's paying off. And Soler went out with COVID, so he missed 10 games during the playoffs, and then everybody picked up the slack, and then he came back in,
which is crazy.
Played in the World Series, and then I knew he was waiting on that right pitch on when he hit that 2-run shot, 3-1 home run, because he brought himself in. But the Braves are champs. So
let me ask y'all this. I'm sorry. So what do y'all think about the Astros? I know they are like this known cheating team or whatever, but they seem to always make it. Like they made it.
You would think.
So what's your thoughts? Like, so are they really like a cheating team, or are they just a good team? Because I know like people say, "Oh, the Patriots are a cheating team in history and all that," but it's they are good. They were good. Like the Patriots were good. That cheating didn't really do, or that alleged cheating or whatever didn't really do nothing to help. It may have gave you a slight advantage, but it ain't gonna give you like a whole winning advantage. Like you are that much better. So I mean, I know they were like banging trash cans or whatever. I don't know, but did that make them that much better, or are they just really just a good team that just had a little, was trying to get the advantage, Well,
to me,
you know what I'm saying?
To me, it's kind of a combination of both with the Astros. Like they're kind of like the Yankees of the West in a way, but at the same, like as far as spending the money, like they're one of the, it's only like 5 teams in baseball that really spend that money.
Yeah,
and they have become one of them in the last 10 years or so. But the cheating was a big thing with the calls or whatever they were doing like 2 years ago, whatever. But they're always going to be in this position, just like you got your Yankees, your Angels, your Red Sox to an extent, but they're not on the level with these teams. Dodgers, that's probably the highest one. And yeah, man, you're just gonna have those teams that are always gonna pay the guys that's leaving. Like there's a couple guys with the Braves and Soler and these other guys. They're just naming they all free agents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good chance they might not even be able to, pay them again, retain them. As far as what they're gonna get on the open market, they might be able to get one of them, maybe two, but one of those teams are gonna pick some other guys off, and that's the problem with baseball.
Yeah, we need to. Hopefully, we can bring back Freddie and bring back at least two of those guys, and then we getting Acuna back Jr. So that's basically our best player that tore his ACL. So we get some powerhouses back, and then we can kind of hopefully make another run and be a good team. So kudos to the Braves for making it happen this year, which I think we should have won it back to back. But let's get into some news. What's been going on? Cam ain't in. Cam's not in. Oh, here he go. Carmelo Anthony, I was trying to say, moves to number 9 on the NBA all-time scoring list.
Who?
That's Carmelo Anthony, sir. The best player on the Lakers. Best player on the Lakers right now. But ex-Broncos Von Miller gets traded to the Rams. The Ravens linebacker Malik Harrison was struck by a stray bullet. Big news out of the Titans. Derrick Henry will have foot surgery. Likely, he probably already had it right now, and likely out for the season. Saints, Jameis Winston, funny Jameis, seafood Jameis, crab legs Jameis, suffered an ACL, torn ACL. He's out for the season. And the big breaking news, what everybody talking about right now out of Las Vegas, Henry Ruggs was involved in a fatal car accident that killed a woman and her dog. He was later released by the Raiders. Terrible news for him. His life changes in a blink of an eye, and Harper is giving him donkey of the day. When y'all heard that, what was y'all reaction when y'all heard that?
Well, when I first heard it, it was like, dang, man, messed up situation because, it's kind of unclear exactly what happened. But, a couple hours later when the report came out that he had the gun and the, double over the limit and he was going like 156. Like, I ain't never even been in no car going that fast. And, yeah, it was wild. And then the video came out and that was just sad, because it's one person is dead and a pet. And then at the same time, like, not to say my man is a bad guy, but you always going to be perceived as a bad guy now. Like, you one day changed your whole life, and it's unfair, but I mean, you live with your consequences of your mistakes, man. So
definitely terrible for that family that lost their daughter, their sister, grandbaby. So hopefully he can kind of bounce back from this and get some time to himself. I know he needs some support right now.
I think it's a terrible mistake. I mean, we all he's not a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy, but I mean, it's definitely is a something that, he's young. And when you're young, you do stuff because it's not like, you're a professional player, you're a professional football player. So it's not like you had to drive home, if you get what I'm saying. They offer services to pick you up in times like that and things like that. I mean, in hindsight, I'm sure he's thinking about all that, and then when you in the moment and you got that much money, or you living that life, and especially in Vegas, it's just like and when you're inebriated, you're not really thinking straight, and so he made a really big mistake that cost his career, but more importantly, cost a life of a person. And she lost her dog too. And I mean, he hurt himself, and he maybe hurt the person in the car with him, but then he hurt his career. He'll never play football again. Like, I hate to say it, but it's true. Like, you'll never play football again because you got a lot. This is just the beginning, for him, and he's got a lot of A lot of ways to go. So I mean, I wish the best for him, and prayers to his family and to the family of the woman who passed, and it's just tragic on both ends. So but I mean it's not like he the first person. So
Correct.
People making this mistake, but yeah, that 156 miles, that's ridiculous in the over the 2 times over the drinking limit. That's just
Crazy.
But to your point, Mies, you said about the car service. I mean, yes, Uber, all kind of stuff. But I heard the NFL has like a 24-hour free car service for all.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like each organization like offers that. That's from what I've been told and read. Like in the NFL, I guess like they offer that. So it's like really no excuse, If you, but I don't know. When you in the moment, you be thinking you can get there. We've all been there at one time. Probably not 2 times over the drinking limit, but been there. And you like, oh yeah, man, I'm good. I can make it. It should be fine. But
I'm down the street.
I ain't in no McLaren. Like yeah, man. It's just or whatever. I ain't saying it was, but whatever type of car, but a McLaren, whatever going 150 something miles an hour. That's
it was
crazy.
A Corvette,
okay.
And he's lucky. He was I think he was in a Stingray. And he's lucky that the engine of that car was in the back. Because had it been in the front, he probably would have been sitting in the middle of the street on fire like her, dead.
Yeah.
But let me ask y'all this. How much of this do y'all feel like is the NFL's fault, or specifically the Raiders, because of moving your team to Las Vegas? Like, to me, it's a lot of teams in a lot of places, Miami, it's a lot of fun. But, like, Las Vegas is basically built for that. And you dropping these 21, 22-year-old kids with millions of dollars. They're stars in the city. And, like, this is the results that you may get with some of these people, man. It may not, I think my man, I don't know if he's from Alabama, but I know he went to Alabama. But, man, if that's like dropping me off out there, man, I wouldn't know how to act with a pocket full of unlimited money. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it comes down to your circle. If I knew, if I was, y'all in my circle, if me's in the NFL, NBA, you got to have people around you that can kind of help you, in those moments and make sure you get there. Like these, it's like your brotherhood pretty much. And so when you sticking together and man, he can't mess this up. We got to make sure he's good, he's secure. You got to have people like that. And anywhere you go, whether you maybe out to eat or somewhere, you just got to have somebody on standby. And you just got to have some kind of plan of action. And I think, the NFL is things in place for that. Like y'all just talked about the car services, things in place, things already in place to help some of these athletes. And so you got to have that brotherhood and have these people around you that can help you and, that can kind of, make sure you're good, because now you losing everything off of drinking. And, most people do it. Most people go out and have fun, but, it's a way to do it and a way to have fun and to make sure everything's good at the end of the day. Secure the bag, as they always say.
Yeah, he can't use that. I don't think that's if I want, and in Vegas too, it's not like they the biggest stars in the city. Like it's Vegas, like it's more popping people in the Drake be doing residencies. It's people that do residencies there. That's
sure stuff.
And then like they.
But that's my point. Hold on. But Mies, listen to that. Listen to what you're saying. Imagine if it was a Drake concert in your city 3 times a week.
But that's LA. That's LA.
You gonna go every day?
Miami. I know, like when you that big. No, I ain't you that big. Especially when you in the season too. Like you ain't gonna be going to everything all the time because you got practice, you got treatment. You that's surprised. He was on a bye week when this happened. Now, so let's not get. He was on a bye week. If he, I would, like to think that if this was regular week of the season, he would not be doing this. But
especially if you got meetings and stuff like that during the week,
right? Like I don't think you got to get up. I don't think that's an excuse like the Vegas. But you still got to be responsible. Like I'm not about to be going out there just because I'm in Vegas and going 156 down wherever, and then like that's all on That's them. Like that's
on the individual. You're
because
right.
they still getting like who like they already life change when you go from $0 a negative in your account to millions of dollars. It don't matter where you at, like but I
mean,
get it. Vegas, Miami, it do.
Yeah,
I was about to say like Vegas, Miami, New York. Yeah, you do got a little more things you can do, but that's still no excuse.
Hey, Gray, how many good nights you had in Greensboro? How many good nights you had in Durham? You know what I mean?
We grown. Like, it's different from being in like Green Bay, where where they got like an Applebee's, one of the biggest restaurants, like in the city. So it ain't much to do. A Buffalo, but
that
still,
too, like, how grown is this kid? Like, how grown is he really?
What is he like? I mean, I get it, but he's probably ain't even over. He probably ain't even over 23.
Yeah,
he probably no. Actually, this is the NFL, so they go at least to like their junior year. He been in the league for 2 years, so he probably around there, 22, 23. Yeah, 24. So yeah, I mean, he young, and I made some mistakes, especially driving, speeding. I got a lot of speeding tickets when I was, in North Carolina.
We know.
And I learned my lesson now. Like, I don't speed. I ain't, like I don't got no speeding tickets. No, I ain't speeding tickets in years. I don't do that no more. I get honked at out here. They be like, I be looking like,
you might as well say you're guilty already. Don't go to court. Just pay the fine. He already said he speed. He gave himself away.
Hey, look, I ain't never got out any other way. So.
But yeah, it's definitely terrible. We definitely will be following.
But y'all are not surprised. Hold on, you are not surprised that it's that team. It's not surprising at all to me.
Well, I mean, it's happened.
Look at all.
It can happen anywhere, man. I say it happen anywhere.
It can happen anywhere. Like, that's the thing. When you just young and in a fast car and you inebriated, it can happen anywhere. You trying to show off for a lady, like I don't. It don't sound too much like when I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, he living. I did say, oh yeah, he living that Vegas life, but like life. But it's like anywhere that can happen anywhere. Really, that can happen in Greensboro, Durham. You get but that's just where the professional team. We don't have no professional teams there, but. It can happen in Charlotte, but I don't know.
It definitely can.
I don't think the location, it does play a part. I ain't gonna act like it don't.
But it play a part, but it also is the individual, and
right.
Sometimes you got to be held accountable for your mistakes.
Right.
Two more things. NBA announced the first ever HBCU Classic as part of the All-Star Weekend. Howard will play Morgan State in Cleveland. And also CP3 is now number 3 on the all-time assist list, passing Nash and Mark Jackson. So congrats to them. Congrats to that news. He is ringless, yes. So we're gonna keep him at that. But let's talk some football, fellas. A lot has been happening in the league. Some teams have showed up, some teams haven't. A lot of injuries are happening. Who went down this week? Derrick Henry went down. CMC still ain't back. Pat Mahomes don't look like himself. The Chiefs are struggling. So I'm going to just do a rapid fire. I'm going to just throw some questions out there and let's just have a conversation. Let's just talk football. I mean, that's what we do on the Talkin on this podcast. So the Chiefs, I mean, are the Chiefs really not good? I mean, they have been struggling. They barely won against average Giants team with a below average quarterback. Daniel Jones. So
he don't throw dimes.
Do y'all think the Chiefs are good, or are they just struggling right now?
Well, I'll go first. This is the thing with the Chiefs. I just think that people have figured it. I think people had these high expectations. Oh yeah, the Chiefs, they're gonna do this every year, and they thinking like, oh yeah, this is the new, dynasty. But I don't think people realize how hard it is and how great you have to be and have to keep up with your roster. And that's what's the Chiefs, they really didn't make too many big moves. Yeah. They got the same similar roster. They fixed their O-line, but that's about it. But their defense is terrible. They got some injuries, but it's Sorensen. He's got to go. I was watching some the other day of how he gets like he gets killed, like he's getting killed. So it's Sorensen, and then on offense, what it is that teams they figured out the Chiefs. They figured them out. They put these two safeties high, 2-man high, and they basically say you can throw anywhere, you ain't gonna get the big play. And that's what the Chiefs lived off of was the big play to Tyreek Hill. We gonna chip, or hit Kelsey, and then it's like deep ball to Hill. But basically what they doing is saying we're gonna put two safeties high, and we're gonna take away Tyreek Hill. And then what some teams are doing is even just kind of chipping Kelsey, doubling up Kelsey, like basically putting a little more extra attention around Kelsey, saying somebody else gonna have to beat us.
Correct.
And they don't have, outside of Kelsey, Hill, it ain't much more talent than that. And that's what I see. They're not that good. Like outside of Tyreek Hill in history, he's never really been like a great receiver till Pat Mahomes came. He's just always been fast. So it's not like it's like they back down to earth now, and people are starting to say like, "Oh yeah, the Chiefs, like they not what we thought they were," in a sense. So that's my take on them.
And I think they came out kind of strong when Pat Mahomes first got there, and they was like, I mean, the recipe wasn't out yet, and everybody learned the recipe during the Super Bowl. Obviously, they didn't score a touchdown, but before then, they was just this powerhouse offense, running plays, and now they go line play, they gonna run to the left and then dish it in the middle, and then Kelsey usually score in the middle or whoever. But people are picking up on like their schemes and what they do now,
right? And
then when you double in your two best players, then you got to say, oh, somebody else got to beat me. Mm-hmm. And you see how they was doing when they was doing like these reverse with Harmon. Then you kind of let's run the ball a little bit more. And then, he now he got to hold the ball. He's holding the ball long. And the next thing you know, interception. And
he's trying to force the deep ball and taking it away. And it's like Mahomes. I'm like, Mahomes, like, what the hell you doing? Like, and Andy Reid, I'm like, y'all they're taking it away. And they done brought Tyreek Hill down and let him run these little intermediate routes, which is cool because the Chiefs live off them chunk plays and big plays, and they not getting them, but they still trying to force them. And Mahomes he's looking real regular when he looking like a young quarterback that's trying to force the issue. And so, I mean, go ahead.
I think it's a combination of two things to me. One is, and we talked about this a little bit last time. You kind of got the big bully aspect going on here. Like they've been the best team for a couple of years. When teams play them, they get up for that game. Like this is probably normally a primetime game. And I'm playing hard tonight. We playing the Chiefs. We playing Mahomes. That and then what you said means like Mahomes trying to make the big play, but I'm gonna say it's a lot more. I don't think it's a lot more that he really been. Well, they have been figured out, but not more so. I don't feel like he's regressing. I feel like man, I got to make this big play every time,
right? Because
when our defense get out here, they're gonna score.
Right.
So like for him, I feel like when he getting that second and long or third and long, he like, man, I gotta make a play. And he's forcing it to places that it don't need to go. And
Tyreek Hill. He tried to force it to Tyreek Hill.
Pretty much. And to me, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it don't feel like your boy Kelsey getting open like that no more.
Well, I mean, that's just the defense is adjusting. They know take away. It ain't hard to take away two players. You know what I'm saying? In a sense where if you just don't get burnt by Tyreek Hill. So just stay high, keep somebody high, and don't give up the big plays, and then just man up on Chip Hill, Kelsey off the line, and then keep another zone him out basically. And
but how has this worked for so long? I mean, we 3 years into this. How has this worked for 3 years?
It's the NFL. Shit don't last too long in the NFL. Like they gonna figure you out now. Like it's the NFL. These professionals, these guys scheme against you every day. it's gonna be a time where they're gonna figure like it. That's why the league, stuff always changing in the league because once they do it, they figure it out, and then you gotta somebody or some team comes with this different approach and it works, and then everybody kind of adjusts and then it changes, because they figure it out. Defenses figured it out, and that's basically what's going on in my eyes is that the Chiefs have been figured out, and so they gotta go get them somebody to help, or somebody got to step up, or they got to just figure it out. This is when we're gonna see if they really a good team, which I think they are. I'm just kind of they ain't not really a bad team. They can compete and they can still win. For a Super Bowl, they just gotta tighten it up, man.
They ain't winning with that defense.
Oh no, but yeah,
they ain't winning with that defense. I think now it's too much film out on them now.
It is, yeah.
And so when you went from the Super Bowl, which where it started pretty much, and then now you going into the season, everybody's mimicking what everybody else doing the week before.
Right.
You see what against the Titans, they ain't even score a touchdown. And so this is happening each week. And the Giants did that a couple of times. I think in the beginning they kind of went to a different defense, and then now it's like, all right, well, Tyreek killing. Let's go to the plan. Y'all know we practice. Let's go.
Well, they was running him a lot underneath. They was running him underneath a lot, which is what they gonna have to do to get him the ball, to try to get him the ball and just let him do what he do out in space. And but they usually could just throw it deep, and Mahomes running around, but and then they keeping them kind of in the pocket. If you keep Mahomes in that pocket, then it makes it a little harder because he a pocket guy, but he likes to get out in the in the open and kind of make a play, and backyard football, I think is what they call it. So he like that backyard football, which ain't sustainable,
They also still got some offensive line issues that come from
That's
that
true.
Super Bowl when I think it's the left tackle, which is, you need that.
They were supposed to tighten them up. No, I thought they tightened it up. I thought
Me too. I thought they picked up two.
Because they got Joe Thuney from Patriots, but he a guard though. And then they got a couple guys because they traded that one tackle who was a doctor.
Did they get your boy Williams from? Was it Trent Williams from the Washington football team?
Nah, Trent played for the 49ers.
That's what he went. Okay.
Yeah, he played for the Niners. It was something they did, and that's the only thing that they really fixed, or they let it just doesn't look good. But that's the thing
put some money into it.
They fixed this offseason was the offensive line.
It just ain't working. And then teams rushing 4 and putting the rest in coverage.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, all right, well, you got to throw it and beat me.
Right.
And it ain't working.
Ain't too many.
They need another weapon.
Yeah. That's exactly what they need. They need somebody else that can compromise, that can make the defense get off of Tariq, and you got to man them up.
Or some kind of running game.
Or bring a safety down. Yeah, a run game that would help. If they could establish a run game, then you can't necessarily have the two safeties high. You got to bring one down, and then you can kind of play it like that, and then you got it right there. After that, but till they bring one of them safeties down, Tyreek Hill he ain't gonna have too many big plays.
Correct. What's some of the teams or something that y'all been watching and that's kind of caught y'all eye in the NFL, or something that y'all like a team that's really like, all right, they legit, they ready?
Me, I'll start with, and I mean their record shows it, but the Packers, because after that first week, I drank that Kool-Aid again with it. I didn't think they was gonna be much good. And I think they did the same thing the year before too. They lost the first game or something like that. But Aaron Rodgers is still good. I mean, hopefully he's vaccinated.
He never said he was vaccinated though.
He just said
he said he was immunized, which is different. It's two different things.
But he has been going through protocols,
which could be misleading.
No, they said he's going through
vaccinated.
Vaccinated. I thought they said he's been going through the unvaccinated protocols, but
they say he's been going through the vaccinated protocol.
Well, he Aaron Rodgers. He can do whatever he want to do. The Packers.
No, he can't.
Look, the Packers. I'm talking about in the Packers organization. They said they just wanted to get whatever. You vaccinated. You vaccinated.
You remember this?
Come on, boy.
This reminds me of he talked about he could do whatever he wanted to. This reminds me when LeBron went out to his event, right? You remember that? And then
yeah.
he didn't get in trouble, but I think somebody else got suspended.
With Drake.
Yeah, I think somebody else got suspended. He can't do what he wants to. Rules are rules, and you got to follow these rules.
But that's
Aaron Rodgers needs to be following the rules.
That's not how life works, though, Derrick. It sound good, and that sound all cute, and I wish.
Why don't it?
But we know life ain't like that because some people mean more to the organization and mean more to, like bringing in the money than other. Aaron Rodgers bringing in the money. You telling me you gonna treat Aaron Rodgers like Kevin King, the backup safety? I mean, corner, like you can't do that.
It's a little different.
We're talking about
and Darius Blaisley. I'm not saying he did, but I'm just giving.
Okay,
you're not going to treat.
But me, we're not talking about something that's not really big. We're talking about something that's killed over 600,000 lives. We're talking about something that's still getting into people's bodies and causing
it don't matter.
Symptoms and things like that. We're talking about something. We're talking about a deadly disease that's COVID-19. That's what we're talking about. I understand that it's levels to it. I understand that players get more accolades and incentives on different teams. I understand LeBron's bringing in the big bucks, Aaron Rodgers is bringing in, but we're talking about a deadly disease, COVID-19. Rules got to be rules.
You think
it's not about yourself; it's about protecting the others.
In the NFL, you asked. Let me ask you: you think they care about making money, or you think they care about them lives lost?
Well, we know that
don't even make sense. They talk about listen to the rules of some of these rules they got. If you vaccinated and you if you vaccinated in New York, in some cities, if you on the home team, if you unvaccinated, you can't play. But if you on the away team, it don't make sense. So it's just
no, it do because you
think they really care.
Basically, they're saying you're here for business, so they're assuming you're gonna be quarantined in that wherever you are, and you're gonna be quarantined after you leave. What they saying with the home players like Kyrie Irving, you live here. After you play that game, you're gonna take whatever you're doing, go back into the city unvaccinated. Spread it around, come back to practices, so on and so forth. I guess they're just trying to regulate their own. Like it's state by state mandate. So,
but it don't make sense, man. It don't make. It sounds good, but it don't.
It's confusing a little bit. I think it could be I think some of the stuff need to have what we do in news. Means what we do. We have press conferences, right? Right. And we have a chance to ask questions and get clarity and get information for the viewer, for the people that follow the NBA, follow the NFL. And that's what I think should have been done. Adam Silver should have had a press conference to kind of answer some of these questions and get some clarity.
Even the NFL, like the way they was treating the players last year, it was like they might play, they might not. Oh, okay, we're gonna push this game to Tuesday. They don't care about nobody's health. They just care about making that money.
They don't.
That's my point, man. So you asking me, you telling me you think Aaron Rodgers, the Packers, the league gonna follow through with it, but the Packers, especially this whole offseason, Aaron, you vaccinated? If you say you immunized, that whatever you want to say, because come on, you can do whatever you want to do. We trust you, Aaron Rodgers. That's they just wanted to get him in that locker room, man.
But that ain't necessarily the NFL.
No, it's not. That's what it's the Packers. Yeah. It's these organizations. Right. But it's when it comes to LeBron, the NBA ain't about to do nothing for it. They ain't about to suspend him. Or Kevin Durant. They ain't about to suspend Kevin Durant.
We're going to get to this, but we ain't no point in suspending LeBron James now, man. He's been neutralized, immunized. We'll get to that.
LeBron vaccinated, though.
He is. I do like the Packers, though. I feel like they're a very good team, man. They can score at will. 10 years ago, Aaron Rodgers out there. Yeah, my man Adams looked just as good as he did. They're very impressive, man. They kind of turn it on, turn it off, but a lot of good teams do that. So I'm looking at them to go pretty far if they can stay healthy and if he can keep finagling whatever he got going on. So
they defense a little hurt. They got some things on defense, so they give up a little too much point. Like they gave up a little more points, so they they got to kind of fight a little more offense. So I agree. I like the Packers. I like the Rams. I think the Rams gonna win the Super Bowl. I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. My Pats going, then I got to take my Pats. But I think we got a chance. By the way, but
that's right.
I like the Rams.
Hold on. He ain't saying nothing today, is he, Mees? He real quiet.
A lot of people like that though because a lot of people started off talking bad on my boy Mac Jones because
we still are.
I'm like, he a rookie. Man. You got to give him time. He's gotten better each game. The Patriots. We should really be.
Who have y'all beat
Dolphins,
this year?
We beat the Jets. We beat the Jets twice. Mm-hmm. We beat the Rockets. We beat the Texans. And we beat
the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Okay.
But it's about how.
And we about to beat the Panthers.
How we're winning.
Hey, people, y'all heard that.
And we about to beat the Panthers. Do you want to bet on that game?
Bet on the Panthers? How much?
Oh. How much you want to bet?
Oh.
I bet you CMC ain't.
But you got to look at.
I didn't get on that game. We are close.
How we progressed through the time, man. We should have beaten the Dolphins. We should have really have only had one loss if you want to keep it real because we should have beat the Dolphins. We should have beat the Buccaneers, and we should have beat the Cowboys. The only team that really beat us was the Saints.
Saints, yeah.
Honestly,
we had
a chance, and we was in that game too until the end, and then they got up that extra touchdown, and it was like, all right, it's over. But it's not like we have our. I don't like when people say like the Patriots trash. They're not trash. Like it's not like that. They ain't been blown out yet. They haven't been blown out yet. It's just. We getting better each week, and I can't wait to crack the Panthers. I can't wait.
But me, you know what I've been saying from week one. We have to make the right plays, and we have to put up points. And like you said, we were in most of these games, and we had chances to win those games. But we have a fumble, we have a missed field goal, and things like that. So
that's what I think Tom Brady.
And now you see, we kind of putting things together and obviously trying to finish games. But Harper, you can smile all you want because your day coming Sunday. That's all I gotta say. Your day coming Sunday.
Y'all better win too. Look, our quarterback out, the running back out. Y'all better win.
Sam Darnold might not be playing.
Oh, y'all quarterback out?
Yeah, he not. He got
a concussion.
Man. Y'all think he playing?
Oh no, I don't like that because I don't like these that we might have a little tough time with PJ Walker. He a mobile quarterback.
Man, did you see him when they played him last week?
I didn't.
He looked like
Tyrod Taylor.
But like hey, Tyrod, I don't like talking.
Watch your mouth, boy. Watch your mouth.
You look like who?
A&T quarterback. Let's not speak on my Aggies right now. Let's not speak on my Aggies.
I had to get a jab in there, baby. It was homecoming this weekend, yeah.
This past weekend, it was homecoming. I gave up on them boys, man. I'm already paying that bet out, man. I gave up on them boys.
I also like the Cowboys. Believe it or not, I
do too.
I think the Cowboys are a competitor this year. Like they got a chance to win it. They got a chance to win it all. They got a chance to at least go to the Super Bowl.
Let's. I do like the Cowboys. I will say that. Let me put it out there. Nick, if you're listening, I do like the Cowboys. I'm not a hater like you think I am. But let's see them against some quality playoff teams.
Well, they played some
quality playoffs too.
The Bucs.
Yeah, they lost.
Oh yeah, they did lose.
But let's see them get some quality playoff teams. Multiple teams that's going to be a 10-win team or things like that. Because they are putting up a show. They are blowing teams out and things like that. But are these teams going to really be in the playoffs like that? Are these teams really that good? You know what I mean? So let's see them. Let's see them against them. Chargers started off hot, but now look at them. They run defense like the worst in the league. And then Herbert.
Ain't that one of y'all 3 wins? 4 wins?
It is.
They beat us.
Okay.
They beat us.
He talking about the Chargers.
I'm just saying, listen, y'all beat the Jets 2 times, probably bottom 5 team. Houston.
We beat the teams we're supposed to beat.
You know the Panthers lost to the Eagles, right?
We did.
The Eagles.
But
the
hold on,
Eagles.
so are the Eagles any worse than these teams I'm naming?
The Eagles. Yeah.
The Jets, the Houston?
Didn't y'all lose 4 straight?
Houston can beat the Eagles. Houston can beat the Eagles.
We got
About
a
to be
W
5.
this week, no?
I think the Texans
Oh.
can beat the Eagles, and the Jets are getting better. Their defense they ain't no walkover team. Like they beat the.
They playing right now.
Titans.
What's
beat the Chiefs.
y'all record?
4-4.
Okay, that's ours too.
Yeah, we about to be 5-4.
Yeah,
Y'all
but you started off 3-0.
3-0.
Exactly.
Hey, look,
and,
we don't win
and now,
every game CMC.
look, and now he don't want the quarterback, and now he wants CMC traded.
I do, but I said that
CMC
before
traded?
when we was playing good. I still said that. I ain't been saying that. Come on,
You
man.
said you said we probably can start off 4-0, 5-0. That's what you said.
We should have. We played the Eagles, and the Cowboys game that was gonna be tough. But they still played pretty good in that game. But I mean, yeah, we ain't had the. I mean, what is he? A top 3, top 2 running back in the league when he healthy?
Come on, the best running back in the league when he healthy.
Dual threat.
Third
down
threat.
running back. Like he play all 3 downs. Probably better than any running back.
He just undersized, so that's why I think he get hurt so much. I don't think he should be a every down back. I think he should be like a RBC running back committee. But he take 60%, 70% of the carries, and give Chuba or whoever 40. Split that other 40. 30-40%.
Chuba Hubbard.
And keep that man healthy. That's because he really do make he affects the games affects that offense in a positive way when he's on the field. And so I get it. If you're gonna trade him, you better now if you trade him for Deshaun Watson, that's cool because Deshaun Watson, he can make plays with anybody. He's like a CMC in the sense like he can turn it around. But
who's Deshaun?
If you ain't gonna trade him for nobody else, don't trade him for nobody else now.
But me, that's the trade. And to me, it's like
but y'all ain't
coworkers. They like, well, I mean, you don't know when Watson gonna play again. I said, yeah, and I don't know when McCaffrey gonna play again.
That's true.
For the past 3 weeks, they say he's gonna play.
I think he's gonna play. I think Deshaun Watson gonna play next year. I think he's gonna play. I
hope he plays. He better play next year.
He gonna settle or this stuff go just. I don't know. If they ain't, I don't know. Let me just not say.
I think he should be out there. He should be out there. We gonna see. So we got the Rams.
Right.
We got the Cowboys.
In the AFC, that's all NFC teams. In the AFC, I like the Bills.
Rams, Cowboys. What else?
The Bills in the AFC. Those are.
Who you say, Harper? What was your first team?
He said the
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. You ain't got no AFC?
The Bills.
AFC, ain't it?
No, those are all NFC teams.
Green Bay, Green Bay is NFC.
Yeah. The AFC.
Bills, no Arizona.
I think the AFC is wide open. Honestly, Arizona's in the NFC, so Arizona. But I don't trust. I don't trust Arizona. I don't trust them.
I'll say this too, me.
You said the Rams.
You said the Rams. I like the Rams a lot too, but how many playoff games Stafford won? That's correct.
Ain't too many.
How many has he played in?
But
but you in a new system. I think that system is made for a Stafford guy.
For Stafford, yeah.
And he's played in some, well, he ain't played in no big games, but
he's played in some playoff games.
He's played some playoff games, but I'm talking about like big games.
He ain't won none.
Yeah, but Jimmy Garoppolo ain't. He went to the Super Bowl. You don't think the Rams offense better than San Francisco that year?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a chance that he can, do it. I mean, that defense gonna keep him in the game to give him opportunities to kind of be successful.
I'll say this: I think that if the Rams had Matt Stafford in that 2019 Super Bowl against the Patriots, I think it was 19 or 18, one of the two, I think they would have won because I think Matt Stafford would have been able to make a play, a big play. And there was no big plays like they on either really side. But
you said against your Patriots?
Yeah, I mean,
you
did you
know
watch
y'all had
that
Tom
game?
Brady.
Did you watch that
Brady.
game? Go. Did you?
I
You
did.
know Tom Brady's stats in that game? He didn't have but like
I
150. He had under like 200 yards. Like
He had the one good drive. That's all we needed.
it ain't like he was doing something. That's when I started saying like, oh yeah, he might be getting old because I ain't never seen Tom Brady do nothing like that before. And then it trickled into the next year, but it was more so he didn't have. I'll say that. I mean,
play
he just
poorly.
didn't.
I mean, poorly.
Yeah, and like the defense really won that game. Like that was a defensive game. That's
a lot of his Super Bowls.
Well, the early ones. Yeah,
probably the first 3.
And then, but a lot of them. I mean, and you could also say
but
that
you also
the
had
defense
game-winning drives too.
He lost 2. He lost at least in 2007. It was definitely the defense fault. It wasn't Tom Brady fault that we lost that 2007 Super Bowl. And then I mean, you could argue 2000 was it 12, 15,
11.
It was 11. No, it wasn't 11. It was like 12 or 13. I forgot.
Against who?
The Giants. We played the Giants second time.
That's 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Was we at work? We was at work that game, weren't we?
That wasn't 2011, man.
That was 2011. We played the Giants 07 in 2011. Look it up.
That had to be 2012 then. I mean, it was probably 2011, 2012.
Yeah, 2011, 2012. Super Bowl in 2012.
Super Bowl was in 2012. Okay, yeah. So, that was right then. Yeah, that was that. You could argue the defense on that too, but I don't know. It kind of is Tom Brady fault actually 2007 because we put up a lot of points that year, and but that defense was on his butt. It was on my boy, man. I don't want to talk about it. I get frustrated.
Can I get a quick timeout?
No. Not right now. I know what you're about to say. Let it just breathe. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. It's about NBA right now. Just let it breathe. Just let it breathe. Dang.
Oh, we're gonna get to
it right now, man.
That boy want to spoil everything. You might need to put that little sprinkling water up.
Sprinkling water.
Yeah, but let's talk about my Pats. Let's do that. Mees, you saying we're getting better every week. What are you saying from Mac Jones that you early in the season he wasn't doing it, and how has he progressed, week to week?
I mean, it's not even necessarily Mac Jones. It's that they just opening up the offense for him more. Like it's like he's getting more comfortable, he's getting more settled in the offense. And now Josh McDaniels, who I'm not really a fan of, he's not really a good play caller. He's starting to like kind of open it up a little bit more for him and giving him chances to throw the ball downfield, where I know those first couple of games they won't really allowing him to throw the ball down the field. They just wanted, to get play, just get it out, just get the ball out, ball out.
What
don't
is it
turn
with
the ball
McDaniels?
over.
Why is he like that?
I don't know.
It could be orders from your boy.
His play calling is weird.
I don't think Bill really give Josh McDaniels the keys. Like that's Bill just comment during the game more so. He really let Josh McDaniels. That was part of getting Josh McDaniels to stay in New England before taking that, giving up that coach job was, you get the offense because and that's I think he kind of that's Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
And he just, I don't know, man. He just think, I don't know, man, because that's the same offense that he basically called for Tom Brady. It's just Brady made it look better because Brady, been in it and Brady kind of created that with him. But I don't know. I just don't know why he calls some of those dumbass plays he do, man. I don't know. It's just weird. But Mac is getting better. And Hunter Henry's been really a really good piece for us. I think he's really like showing up as a big tight end. Jonnu Smith, he ain't doing too good, but I just see a lot of the play calling is getting better, basically. So yeah, that's the really with the offense. It's play calling and they're not turning the ball over and as much because there was a lot of fumbles. And then Mac, I don't mind if Mac throw an interception here and there in the game. He's still a rookie. I don't expect him to have a perfect game, but just as long as he's not throwing them in, the important times, but I don't mind a turnover here or there from Mac, but he's just the play calling has changed in a sense more so throwing the ball.
Yeah, Mac is playing a lot better than when I was a little critical of him a couple of weeks ago. Like he don't make a lot of mistakes. He knows where to put the ball. He can make the throws. He's gotten a little bit better over what I say the last 3 weeks or so. You know, y'all competition and win a little, but you know he's winning the games he's supposed to win.
Schedule.
So
but people calling us trash. So it's like I don't get that because it's like, well, if we trash, then why are we? I mean, not necessarily you, but I'm saying like other people, like, oh, y'all beating these trash teams, but like people call us trash. So I'm like, so what if we lose? And what if it's like a lose?
Then they're gonna have a field day.
I mean, y'all division always been trash though, you know. So
we got the best team. We got the best team in the AFC, the Bills.
Aren't they?
Yeah, who better? And the Bill. I'm not. Let me say this. I'm not impressed. I'm not. To me, I said them. I said from the AFC, the Bills. Okay. But the AFC to me is wide open. It's wide open to me. I don't think there's like a legitimate favorite. The Bills are the favorite right now, but I'm not like impressed by the Bills. They haven't impressed me. Like they schedule is just as bad as the Patriots schedule in a sense, but they, you know, they're executing and they're making the plays, but I'm not impressed with Josh Allen, and they haven't really like jumped off the TV to me. I think my Patriots can compete. I think we're going to get one off of them. We play them twice. I think we're going to get one off of them. A lot of people think they just going to come in and run over us. I don't think that. I think if the Chiefs can beat them in a playoff scenario. I don't know. I just think the AFC is just wide open. It's not too many good teams. Like we didn't like name any AFC teams really, but until I said the Bills. So I
think injuries playing a part in some of the teams that people thought was really going to be in that playoffs picture. Titans lost pretty much their offense. Baker.
So how hurt is he?
I think
he's done for the season.
He done. Yeah, he basically it's 8 to 10 weeks, but he basically done for the season.
I heard possibly playoffs, that's probably crazy.
Yeah, playoffs if they make it to the playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna make it to the playoffs.
What they 4-2 or 5? They were like 5-2, I think.
I don't know what they are, but I know AJ Brown and Julio Jones they not Derrick Henry. They ain't gonna carry you through the season. They can't even stay up they selves.
6-2. They 6-2.
I never liked their quarterback, man. I have
Tannehill.
I've never liked him.
He was decent in Miami and then came to the Titans.
No, he won't.
He was decent in Miami.
He was decent in Tennessee these past couple years. That's it. He ain't been good until he got to Tennessee.
He was a top 10 pick when he didn't even get another contract.
And he was a receiver that changed to a quarterback.
That's the main thing. He ain't been playing quarterback 10 years.
Right. Nah, I wouldn't. Tannehill won't good in Miami, Derrick.
So you had some teams that, like I said, thought was in the playoff picture, but it's out. But I agree, it's somewhat wide open. You always going to have your powerhouses in both conferences, AFC, NFC. So we'll see what happened. Anything else NFL related y'all want to mention, talk about, throw out there? What we talking about?
I can see our Pats getting a wild card, man. It's very, very possible.
That's why I got it.
I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think about Dak? Is he hurt for real, or is this just precautionary, or what are they doing?
It's precautionary. I mean, you came off a major foot injury. And then you kind of tweaked it a little bit, and I guess it was it a calf? It was a calf injury. They said he was a full participant in practice today, so
Dak ain't gonna make it.
It's looking like it's a go, but we're gonna see.
Dak got that $40 million, and now he brittle, boy. Good gracious, that $40 million that made that boy brittle. I don't think he's gonna make it.
They said that he went through the whole warm up before the game. And then, why would you make him go through the?
Because it was a game time decision, so I don't think it's that bad. But they just being real precautious, which is like, man, you got to let that boy play. If he can play, he can play. Let him.
That ain't really being precautious though. If you let him do the whole walkthrough and everything.
What I was hearing is you do that because they game planning for that. But now you have Cooper Rush come in and play. Now you don't.
Yeah.
You ain't watch film or you ain't practice for Cooper Rush. You practice for that. So that's what I heard. It could be. I mean, most players that are injured and getting back into those reps, just like CMC doing right now. Don't know if he's gonna play, but he's practicing, doing reps. He'll come out there at the beginning of the game and still do his little workout. Because that's just protocol, and that's what people do. I mean, and he was a game time decision, but it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically saying
the old fakeroo.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not as bad as what they making it. They just kind of, like Derrick said, it's game planning and stuff. Because if you going out there warming up, and I mean you're a true game time decision, then that means that there's a 50-50 chance that you could play tonight. Yeah. And I mean, they probably just took the safer route and said, all right, we probably could beat this team and without them, or we'll just take our chances because they in a good position right now. They probably will win. It don't take much to win the NFC least. So
coming from the Patriots.
Hey, dog. You in the NFC South. Y'all ain't that much better.
Yeah, I know. We just got Super Bowl champion, and you're right.
Ooh,
you're right.
The Bucks, who haven't ain't win nothing.
Right.
Oh, it took them 15 plus.
Hold on. When the last time the Jets?
First of all, I took a Patriot to come to the Bucks to win.
The Jets was in the AFC Championship back-to-back years in 2010, early 2010.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's the year 2010.
Yeah, and it was 10 and 9 and 10. Yeah, something like that. Hey,
then you talk about Tannehill. Tannehill was a quarterback for 5 years for the Dolphins. That's my former team. I know they ain't been good in 30 years. And we ain't gonna talk about the Buffalo Bills.
But you had your best season last year.
They've been good the last 2 years, but we're not gonna talk about the last time the Buffalo Bills. When the last time the Buffalo Bills even beat the Patriots?
Last year.
Last year. Before that, we probably had book on my back last time they beat them.
It was rare they beat us, but before last year. But they probably got one. It's hard to beat a team twice.
I mean, you had to go in the division. I mean,
twice a year.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a team twice. So they probably I can't remember. They probably got us one time, but they rarely. That's rare. That's rare.
I'm just saying, y'all watch y'all comment about some NFC East, which is bad. But y'all division ain't never been no better. Ain't never been no better.
Yes, we are.
We have been better.
All right.
We have
Super Bowl champions, contenders always coming out the NFC, AFC East. I ain't never seen no contenders come out the NFC least. Oh, never mind. The Eagles.
2017.
Right.
And the Giants. Oh, we always lose to the Giants.
They whoop up on y'all all the time.
Damn. My bad.
I love it, John. I know that's y'all favorite team right there.
I ain't got no beef with
them. I ain't right about no Giants no more.
It's been years. Yeah, I used to have beef with the Giants. I ain't got no beef with them no more.
It was a heartbreaker, man.
They got one of our old coaches up there now. He about to get fired. Joe Judge. They terrible. I thought Giants should be better than what they are. And
they should.
They got the weapons.
But they had a lot of injuries. I mean, they had like 6 of their offensive players out. So they kind of been kind of messed up from the get-go. I mean, it's just like domino effect with their injuries.
They really can't stay healthy, and they signed Galladay to that big contract, and he can't get on the field.
Can't do nothing. NBA is here. NBA is here. This is the best time of the season, right?
Yeah, when you got all of it, and then when college come on.
No, it's not.
When you got football, college, and NBA, I love it. It's the best time.
I love it right now, but the average fan, they ain't watching no basketball.
Why not?
Most people don't watch basketball until about Christmas.
That's true. Till football is about over.
And they don't care. Half these dudes don't care, period. But they definitely don't care right now.
I think this why they like a lot of teams, like the better teams, like the Lakers. I give it Lakers for example.
You said the teams?
The better teams, or the teams that are more Because I don't mean like better, like like they the best teams in the league, even though the Lakers are one of the better teams in the league to me. But I'm saying the like the more favorite,
so they top
like,
5,
popular
Lakers in the
teams.
top 5.
Don't do that, man. No.
I got them top 5 in the West. I got them top. I actually got them top 2 in the. They the best team. Them or the Warriors. Them and the Warriors, the only 2 teams in the West that I think going. I don't think nobody can challenge the Lakers in the West in a playoff series if LeBron James and Anthony Davis are healthy and
big if. It's a big if.
And we carrying a heavy baggage. Bron gonna be healthy. I ain't worried.
Every time he hit the floor,
Speaking of healthy, y'all mentioned before we got on it, LeBron James gonna miss some time.
Yeah.
What happened now? What's wrong?
We told you it's an abdominal strain. You can say what it is. You know what it is.
Come on,
you can tell him. We told you it's an abdominal strain. He could play through it. I'm pretty sure. But if this was regular times or if this was the playoffs, but it's early season. This go back to my point. I think this is why teams play like you playing like the Cavs twice. The Thunder twice, getting these little. Bad teams out the way so that when the you play the better,
y'all losing.
They didn't. LeBron ain't lost to them. Who LeBron lose to? You seen LeBron lose to them?
He's a part of the team, man. Why you keep saying LeBron ain't lost to him?
But if LeBron was on the court, they would have won that game because he would have.
You had 2 of the top 75 players of all time.
Listen, before we
potentially 3.
You got hold on. What? Say it again.
You had 2 of the top 75 players of all time.
Russell
playing.
Let me apologize to Kevin Durant because I see what you going through now. What you went through at OKC. Because I got to apologize to Kevin Durant because. This guy, Russell Westbrook, is just terrible. Like, you up by 20. I don't know what you was up by, 26 or something.
26, yeah.
Take the air out the ball. Stop.
He did on his shots.
I'm talking about in pace. Slow down. And that's what LeBron would have did if he was on the floor and he was playing. He would have took the ball and slowed it down and just let the time run down. And make smart possessions. You don't have to be the first person. I'm talking about Russ running down the court and then jump mid-air and then just turn around and throw it. I was like, what in the world is going on? Oh my God!
I wish we could get in this time machine because I recall this summer when y'all picked him up.
I said I said I'm gonna give it a chance. I said I wasn't sure how it would be. I'm gonna give it a chance because I would rather have Buddy Hield, but I'll give it a chance because I just got to see how. I said I got to see how it works. I was never like, oh, Russ.
He don't want it now.
I'm excited. I don't want it now.
All right, hold on.
I don't like Russ
Harper. He's been saying trade him, get him out of here, put him on the bench. He need to play with the second unit. He gotta go.
Russ always makes better teams. I just don't like his fit with LeBron. He gotta be. Russ can't do nothing if he don't have the ball in his hand. He can't shoot. Like who guarding him on the 3? And that's what Bron need. But I mean now I get why they got him because you're gonna be resting Bron and all this, and then I guess injuries or whatever. But
do they think he gonna win every game that LeBron is resting? Like my thing is, if you think they should trade him
for Buddy Hield and Harrison Ball.
How y'all top 2 in the West?
Because you got Anthony Davis and LeBron James. The Lakers are still a good team. Don't get it twisted. They still going to win. It's just not going to look good. It's just not going to look. It's going to be hard to watch because you got Russell Westbrook out there turning the ball over 10 times a game in the game and doing all this. This fast. I don't like fast-paced basketball. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it all the time. I like it here and there. But Russell Westbrook is literally go. He just go. And the Lakers second in fast pace points this year. They second in pace.
What about
basically.
defense?
They're not that good at defense right now. But once we get all our dogs, we still not. And don't forget, we still not healthy. But I mean,
Trevor Ariza?
We missing Ariza. We missing Wayno. Wayno probable tonight. We missing THT. We missing none. That's good rotation players. Those are good rotation. Y'all could use the Boston Celtics.
Oh God!
Get me started. Y'all really don't walk around here talking like y'all could use some of these players on the Lakers team. A lot of them. You seeing Grant Williams, the starter? Y'all Marcus Smart is like y'all ain't got.
I feel like we could have had all those bones. Y'all got half of the dudes y'all waiting on when he in the league last year. Carmelo Anthony averages.
Yes, they was. All of them was in the league. Wayno was playing. He was just hurt.
Averaging
he was
25 a game
last year.
If you tell me in game 65, Melo still scoring 25 a night,
You act like Melo not a professional scorer, bro. You act like he gotta do this all the time.
I have not seen him professionally score in 5 years.
This ain't Melo team. Melo don't have to do all that all the time. It
do look like his team right now.
Like you thinking like this gonna be for now.
He saves y'all some games. He's saving y'all some games.
Right. He has. But that's part of being on a team. You're not gonna have, you're gonna need those from your players. And at least we know we can count on Carmelo Anthony. I'd rather have Carmelo Anthony than Grant Williams out there.
I can't wait till the podcast in 2 weeks. I'm gonna ask you that same question.
He might be off then, and that's fine.
I know it's gonna fall away
because it's not on Carmelo Anthony to be the star of this team. It's not. It's on Anthony Davis. It's on LeBron James, and then it go to Russell Westbrook. It go to him.
You feel like AD been a star?
AD been playing good ball. He needs to pick it up more. I don't think AD is a real leader, though. Honestly, that's why I always say this is LeBron team, because LeBron is the leader. He the person that you gonna put. You're not gonna. AD not gonna bring the ball up the court, or he not gonna set. LeBron is gonna when the game matter. It's gonna be in LeBron's hands, and then he gonna make that play. He gonna all right, AD. I'm gonna kick it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure, man.
And one more thing.
Why do y'all be trying LeBron like he ain't a top 2 player all time? Come on.
One more thing. Are y'all
Ho. We were on the phone yesterday, and Harper has to agree with you. He put LeBron number 2 of all time. He put LeBron number 2 of all time. I don't think he's number 2. I don't think he's number 2, but
he's like a tie for 2 with me right now, honestly. But
who he tied with?
Magic Johnson. I mean, you can't dispute. Anytime I say that to somebody, I'll go.
Really?
Like, yeah, you
really?
Understand.
What did Magic do? He had Kareem.
I'm not saying that, but if you look at LeBron James' body of work, individual body of work versus Magic Johnson body of work, it don't compare.
What do you mean by he scored more points?
More points. More.
Yo, he played double the career that Magic played.
Exactly. That matters. Y'all, I don't like when people try to take away longevity.
Because you played tween. So Melo better than him. Melo better than Magic because he got more points.
Yeah. Come on, man. I'm not talking about. You know what I mean. No, people ain't saying Melo is a top 5 player or top 10 player all time. People are not saying that. Melo don't have the rings. He don't have the final MVPs to be. He don't have the regular season MVPs to be talked about like that. It's a certain criteria that LeBron James fits, that Magic Johnson fits. But if you looking at both of them, you telling me you gonna pick Magic Johnson over LeBron James?
Yep.
Yes.
To start a team?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. That's y'all.
Magic won a championship his rookie year. I mean, literally to start a team, I can win a championship with him.
Yep. Well. If LeBron James had,
Dwayne Wade, Chris
Worthy, if LeBron got
Kevin
drafted,
Love, Kyrie,
no. If LeBron came into the league, and he had, Worthy, if you came to a team and you had Worthy,
Worthy wasn't on the team yet.
Well, you had Kareem.
You had Kareem.
You had Kareem,
right?
right?
You had Kareem.
A top 5 all-time player, right?
Hey, look, hold on. And you didn't have
right?
how old was Dwayne Wade?
Michael Todd. Who else you have up there? You said
Kareem
what?
was probably 30 then.
Kareem was still one of the greatest. So what that mean?
What pick was Magic was number 1 pick too.
Yeah, Kareem didn't even play in the last game when they won the championship.
But he played in that series, though, right?
That's what makes it impressive.
Played in that series,
you got to win
right?
4 games, though. I want to say one more thing about them Lakers. Are y'all gonna play an away game this year? Like I think y'all play 1 road game, 2 maybe.
Who fault is that? I'm confused.
Okay, and then y'all lost. And then the way you played, you lost to probably the worst team in the league, man.
LeBron didn't lose that game, though. That's what I can't give you no explanation. Hey, I gave you the reason why they lost that game.
He let me know right now. At the end of this season, LeBron is not gonna lose. LeBron ain't gonna be the one that loses.
If he in the game,
he already putting it out.
If he in the game, no. That's how y'all taking it. But I mean, I don't know what you want me.
That's what you saying.
If he in the game, he gonna lose.
So you saying if he go out with
undefeated this year?
If he go out with a season injury, it's not his fault.
No, he probably lost like 1 game. You said what?
If he go out with a season ending injury, it's not his fault this year. So
if he not on the court and they lose, it's not his fault. Yeah. If he not on the court, yeah.
No, I'm saying. If he when you get in the playoffs, right? He plays, but then he gets out of there and he gets injured. Is that not a fault on him?
If he not in the game, right? If he not playing, so
I mean, obviously he ain't gonna play. Obviously he ain't gonna play.
Not playing. I don't know how you can give the man blame if he ain't on the court playing, and if he clearly if you're on the court. And he clearly hurting, then he need to get off the court, or I don't know. But if he injured and he not playing, how can I give a person blame? Any type of blame.
I gotta agree with you, Mies, just because of the Harden conversation that we've had several times.
I mean,
but hold on, but y'all Bron fans love to. Yeah, we gonna do this. We got boom, 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 and then when it don't work, which it don't work more than it does. Let's just be honest. That's another reason why Magic is a little over your boy to me. It don't work more than it does. It's never LeBron's fault, other than 1 year where it was so blatant that y'all really can't run from it.
It's the truth, though.
I say last year, Mies, and if we being honest, yeah, he was a little nicked up, but a lot of people are nicked up, man. Giannis was very nicked up, and he looked good to go. Bron was a little hurt last year, just like he's a little hurt now, and it didn't go very well against the Phoenix Suns, who I still feel like they should have beat. They should have beat them.
I mean, but you also didn't have Anthony Davis at 100%, and I think
not every game.
I think that matters. Anthony Davis was 100% the whole year. He was never 100%. And I think that matters. He's a big part of the team. He's a big part of the team. Well, he's 100% right now. But I mean, he's a big part of that team, especially last year on the offense and defensive side.
But y'all was up 2-1, dancing around, happy, posting on IG, doing it all, and couldn't win another game.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. If somebody told me that 2 starters would score 0 points in a game, I would have told you it would have been over 2. Shoot, I don't know what's the problem. Two starters score 0 points.
Why is Kent Bazemore?
I'm talking about last year. Casey, y'all boy Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, you're right. I'm talking about the upgrades. The upgrade just as bad.
That's because we're missing 4 rotation players. You're missing none. You're missing THT. You're missing Wayne Ellington, and you're missing Trevor Ariza. 2 of those guys are going to start or would be starting in that rotation.
2 of them
At
guys
least 2
fossils. Two of them guys are fossils.
Again. The Boston Celtics could use some depth, experience, some experience in that locker room and could also use some size in that locker room. So let's
Harper, you say you was not going to talk about the Celtics today.
Y'all really talking bad
but you knew you was going to mention that. No, I ain't talking. I'm not talking about the Lakers.
Tied for third in the West.
And what's the score right now? What's the score right now?
I don't know. I turned to the football game. What is the score?
We up 20. We up 20 right now.
Y'all might
in Miami. The best. You said they're the best team in the East, right?
They are the best team.
Did I hear that right? East. Okay.
They can lose one. They can lose a game. They the best team. You ain't gonna win them all. You know.
Nah, I don't need to win them all. Don't need to. We
but y'all got some stuff going on in there.
Let's hear it. I want your take.
Well, I mean, Marcus Smart telling the truth, and I mean, y'all window is officially closed. Y'all window, the Boston Celtics window has officially closed. The East.
This is breaking news.
The East is so loaded that y'all might not even make. Right now, I don't see y'all making the playoffs. I wrote a list down of teams.
Man, the hate is real.
No, it ain't hate. It's the truth right now.
Real.
I think the Heat, the Nets, the 76ers, the Bucks, the Knicks, the Hawks, the Bulls, the Hornets, the Raptors, the Pacers, and the Wizards all better than the Celtics right now. They all can make the playoffs over the Celtics
7 games in.
Because but y'all ain't looking like. I mean, I'm looking at y'all roster and I'm trying to figure out where y'all gonna pull it out from. Because besides Jaylen Brown and Tatum,
that's it ain't 2 stars, right?
2 stars, but
how many? You say y'all got 2 stars, right?
Yeah, you got 2 stars, but we also got Russell Westbrook on the back end.
Oh, you want to be traded?
Yeah, because he don't fit with LeBron. Because he don't fit with LeBron. But Russell
Westbrook ain't going nowhere.
So you taking Marcus Smart or Russell Westbrook? Who would you want? I would probably too. That is true.
But you are
because he can shoot. That's with Brown. But that ain't no good thing. But I'm saying Russ. If Russ came off the bench and he played with the Russ, always make the second team was good. Now, if he came off the bench, he would be great because then he can do whatever he wants to do. But I like the Lakers. I mean, you comparing LeBron James and Anthony Davis to Tatum and Brown, that's just experience. Even with, I mean, I don't know. Y'all just lacking. I don't know. Y'all don't have too much. Y'all lacking depth and size, man. It's gonna hurt.
I agree.
Hurt y'all. It's gonna hurt y'all, man. Y'all got to get. I don't know what y'all. It might be time to get rid of the Brad Stevens. It might not have been Danny. Dang, Danny, I might have to apologize to you.
You know why y'all want Brad gone so bad? I bet the day we ever got rid of Brad Stevens.
I love Brad Stevens, though.
It would be. I know you do. I guarantee you would pick him over Frank Vogel. I also need to apologize. I used to speak highly of Frank Vogel. Yeah,
for his defensive mind. He is a great defensive coach. He is a good defensive coach.
I hear you.
But I mean, if you know, man, he's just he not good with them rotations, man. He's terrible.
No. I don't think
that's the thing that's gonna scare me too. Is I don't know how we missing 4 players. I don't know where the minutes are gonna go.
I don't think he good, not good with rotation. I think it's more so he trying to stroke egos early in the season because y'all got so many guys that used to be somebody or used to be all-star or whatever. You got this Russell Westbrook mess. Halfway through the season, toward the all-star break, Frank gonna cut it down.
Yeah, Frank gonna have Frank. He just they be promising too. They probably promise.
Y'all got a lot of guys that think they should be playing a lot of minutes.
Oh yeah, they say they ready to sacrifice, so we'll see.
Like Monk need a contract, none need a contract. I'm sure. I don't know about Bazemore. He probably on his last legs.
Baze is doing whatever he can. That's rough.
8th man off the bench.
Nah, Baze might get his minutes cut once once Ariza and THT get there, he gonna get his minutes cut. I like that white. I like Austin Reeves too over.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, he ain't that good though.
Y'all
couple things for the Celtics. No, he can't. Couple things for the Celtics. Unless he's a shooter. But couple things for the Celtics. I don't think he that. couple things for the Celtics. You got a new coach right now, and it's new for him, and so you have to kind of give him some time to figure these guys out and see what works with what. Now we only 7 to 8 games into the season, so we'll see what happens. But then you got guys like Jason Tatum, who has 0 points tonight. 0 for 7.
0 for 7.
And so you got guys like that is not consistent.
Right.
And you got the two main guys on your team need to be consistent. And you need to put the spark into the team. Get people involved. I said this numerous of times before the season start, what my expectation was for the two players, Brown and Tatum. Get people involved and lead. You got to be leaders. And so when you can't get that consistency from one or the other, then now the team struggles, because you need to look for that 27. You need to look for that 25. Now we're getting in the rhythm. But when you don't have that shot, Tatum, get to the bucket, get to the free throw line, do something different, maybe drive and kick it out. But
get other players involved.
Exactly. I was about to say our role players got to make shots. When you get opportunities on the floor, you got to make shots. That eases a little bit of the pressure on the two young guys, Brown and Tatum. And so that's a couple things. And you just got to defend. I mean, when you letting teams just shoot all over you, rebound all over you, you ain't even getting rebounds. They get mad offensive rebounds and things like that.
0 rebounds in the whole fourth quarter.
You know what I'm saying? Like stats like that, you're not gonna win games like that, and you got to put games away. You can't let up. That's what I've been telling. I've been saying this about so many teams. You can't let up. You gotta play to the end. So we got issues, and I think hopefully we'll get them solved. Hopefully we get them together. I mean, they're talking about players meetings and all this other stuff, but I think. I didn't want Marcus Smart back on his team. And I thought he should have been traded in the offseason, and I was waiting on it, but now we gave him more money to stick around.
So y'all think Marcus Smart is in the wrong? Like, I mean,
I never said he's in the wrong.
He said
he's not in the wrong to say what he said. I love what he said, but you still got to put the actions on the floor.
He's not a point guard, Mies.
He's not a point guard. He's not hitting shots. He can't even. Do you think he's a top 5 defender right now? Probably not.
No,
he ain't stopping that
behind him.
Yeah. So,
what's the great start? Dennis Schroeder. Y'all better start Big Shrew.
I think we should start him.
I do too, man. But he ain't much better.
He can run the offense though. He gonna get people involved. He ain't
more of a point guard. He more of a point guard.
Yeah, he more of a point guard.
But is he even a?
He's
point
not a
guard?
true point guard.
He's not really an ideal point guard.
He's looking.
How many true point guards you got in the league?
Not many. That's not the thing right
now.
Luka
a true point guard. Trae Young a true point guard. Like
the real true point guards ain't even point guards. It's like they like the forward like Jokic. Yeah. And LeBron,
you
those
got
are
Chris
like
Paul, you got
Chris
Ron
Paul is, and I guess Russell Westbrook is a true in a sense point guard.
He that's the opposite end of the spectrum.
In a sense, I don't know. He's kind of he gets other players involved. He's looking to get other players involved, but
I'll say this too.
I wouldn't say he is a true man.
It's something that we don't really touch on with the Celtics, and it's going to become a bigger thing if this continues like this. I'm not sure if this new coach even know what he's doing. Like, this is his first job. He a rookie coach. You're gonna give him some time, but like, was that the smartest thing to do?
They must
team for one.
We're not
the Orlando Magic. Say what now?
I said Nia Long got him that job. Her fine self.
I know that's right, but. Is it really smart, a team like with the expectations of the Celtics and like, we're not rebuilding anymore. So it's not like we completely start. No, this ain't Brown and Tatum year 1 and 2. We'd have been to the Eastern Conference Finals, 3 out of the last 5 seasons. You get a rookie coach who's never coached as a head coach ever.
Y'all did that with Brad. You did that with Brad.
But Brad was proven. Brad not proven.
He was a head coach in college.
He was college. Just because you're good in college don't mean you're gonna make it.
Well, he was good though. I mean, it worked.
But was on staff.
When we gave Brad the team, we was rebuilding.
Yeah, but
y'all didn't even have Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas Rondo was still the point guard. Brad first year, we were rebuilding. That's the year after we traded for Paul and KG.
Yeah.
But to me, Ime, it's just like one thing I don't like it, and I don't know if it's because we playing so bad. It's like we playing playoff rotation game 6. Like they're playing 40 minutes. Horford playing 35 minutes a game right now. Like,
well, y'all lacking a lot of depth. Like your depth is y'all not deep at all.
No, I mean, as far as the names, you might not think that, but we got players that you can kind of plug in to kind of be somewhat
I think we as deep
successful.
As the Lakers,
and like I told Harper the other day, you got to put different people in to give sparks. When we played the Charlotte, obviously it was at that game too. When we played Charlotte, he put Parker in. He gave us a spark. I mean, he gave us 7 or 8.
But look,
7 or 8 points
on Jabari Parker.
No, we're not relying on him. We're relying
on Carmelo Anthony.
We're relying on somebody to give a spark.
I think Carmelo would come out and give you a spark. Like you asking somebody, okay, who would you rather rely on in certain situations? You would not say Jabari Parker over Carmelo Anthony though.
No, I would not. But if I'm trying to win a championship, I don't want to rely on Carmelo Anthony at all.
Who's relying on Carmelo Anthony to win a championship though? Like who's actually relying on Carmelo Anthony?
Okay,
Carmelo,
who's y'all six man?
We need you to come out and carry. It's like y'all said, we only 7 games in, right? We only 7 games in, right? And we still missing 4 rotation players, right? So
we gonna hop on those 4 players.
Kendrick Nunn might be that 6th man. You never know. But Melo
y'all 6th man right now is Carmelo.
Will be the 6th man for our team the whole year. Yeah, but I'll take him over. Who y'all 6th man though? Who the Celtics 6th man?
Schroeder.
I'll take Carmelo Anthony over Dennis Schroeder, who scored 0 points in the game. Don't forget that in a game 5, Dennis Schroeder scored 0 points for the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah. Don't forget. Well, matter of fact, it was a game 4. Don't forget that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got a vendetta against my man Schroeder. My bad.
That's what it is.
No, I'm just saying.
He made your boy. He made your team look bad. He made him look bad.
You talking bad on Melo like y'all can't use Melo. Y'all can use Melo.
Man, I've been dealing with Melo for about the last 7 seasons, man. Let's be real.
He in
threes right now, but if you telling me Melo gonna be hitting these shots in 50 games, I don't believe that. You don't believe that. He's gonna be getting cooked on defense like he has for 19 years.
Nobody expect Melo to play defense though. He expect him
but he want to win a chip.
Average 15 to 15 a night. That's how people ask anything
how
more
many minutes
is given.
How many minutes he playing the game in the playoffs?
I don't know. He could
Give me
play.
A guess.
He gonna be a part of the offense. He gonna be a part of the
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
25 to 29 minutes. He gonna play a lot. I would think he would play a lot if he's on.
That ain't good. Melo playing 25 minutes. You know the last time Melo played 25 minutes a game? Maybe the first year in OKC. That's probably the last time he played that much. Seriously. That's the last time. That was like 5 years ago.
20. But see, I don't know. We'll see.
And they lost in the first round.
Hey, look, with Westbrook. You got half that team. Hey, look, I want to ask you. I wrote down some teams. And I want to know y'all feel like the stock up, stock down, or just, level. Kind of what we was talking about. We talked about Boston. I say Boston stock is down. I would say the Lakers stock right now is probably neutral. It's probably neutral.
They missing 4 players.
They miss.
Y'all could use the big Boston Celtics. Have y'all seen y'all team, dog?
Yeah, we look bad.
Good.
We know that, but y'all don't look no better. Y'all don't look no better.
Y'all.
You just got better names. You just got better names.
Dog, 5-3. We
just got better names.
Teams we supposed to, and we missing LeBron.
Okay.
So speaking of a team that y'all supposed to beat, and I believe y'all did, what is y'all take on the Cleveland Cavaliers? Stock up or down?
In the East, they stock up.
Yeah. They have a good team. They really got some good pieces on that team, and that Mosley, right? The Mosley guy, he is really good.
Well, they zigging while everybody else zagging. Basically, they running these bigs.
Yeah,
everybody else is, so they shutting the paint down. So
like the Lakers,
they shutting the paint down.
Like the Lakers did their last chip. Double bigs.
Yeah,
that
was y'all's advantage, and it worked.
Well, okay, we held
Atlanta Hawks.
Have AD at the 5.
Oh, Atlanta Hawks neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm down on them. I'm down on them.
They're a good team. I mean, on paper, they're a good team. They surprised a lot of people last year, and they just haven't put multiple games together this year. I mean, they started off game 1 killing the Dallas, but you see what happened last night against a good team, the Nets, without Kyrie. And you see how, KD just put on the show last night, and Harden was just killing, and they killed them. And so
they still young.
Yeah, so I think if they could put some string of games together, and I ain't gonna say they not good, but I'm just saying right now I think neutral, because they got potential. What we saw beating the number 1 seed last year, and then right now just trying to put everything together, because you got some pieces back, and then you got Cooper that they got in the draft. And then Reddish is back playing now, so you got rotation. And then Hunter's back because he was
last year.
Yeah, because he got hurt. So I still think they got some potential.
Hawks will be all right.
The next team I want to mention them with the Hawks, and I'm gonna see if y'all can figure out why. But the Brooklyn Nets. Y'all up or down on them first, and then I'll get into what I want.
I mean, I'm up on. I think the Nets.
Yeah, I gotta be up.
It's teams like the Nets. They can't go nowhere but up, because James Harden still ain't playing his best basketball, in my opinion. I think he's, with the rule change, and also with the I think the rule, he has to adjust to the rule change, which I think he will. And he also, I mean, if you look in the offseason between the hamstring and little baby, he won't practicing too much.
He got to get under 250 pounds.
So I think he got to just get in shape, which I know he will. James Harden. I think once he get in shape, and once you get closer to the All-Star break, I think James Harden gonna heat up, and I think they gonna be, they can only go this is their floor right now. I think that they can only go but up, and then the Patty Mills edition, and you still got Kyrie up in there. You get Kyrie back. That's I think the Nets is up.
It's wishful thinking at this point. So I want
no, it's not. No, it's not, because they just got that new mayor who's saying he's gonna look into that rule. He gonna look into it. He did say he was gonna look into that rule about. I mean that law about that. He
want to keep his job. Look, that rule. But he a former
cop though. And the cops, they not, most police ain't too, and
Well, to the point you made, Mies, that new rule change, I think that's affecting Trae Young and Harden a whole lot more than people putting on. Harden averaged probably 8 to 10 free throws probably the last 5 or 6 years.
Right.
He's shooting about 1 or 2 free throws a game.
Right.
That's a big part of his. I mean, he gets 10 to 12 points a game just shooting free throws. So, when he's averaging about 15 or so, add another 10 to that, and there's your 25, 26, 27 that you get from Harden. I feel like this. I do think he's very out of shape. But
that's a big factor.
Yeah, I do think that new rule change is really affecting his game, especially as good as KD playing. I don't know. I just don't see how much
MVP right now.
KD, yeah,
MVP right now.
Yeah, he's shooting 60% from the field.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
he's almost 50% from 3.
KD balling. KD balling.
Yeah.
But who
and they
else
still kind of, they done lost a couple. It don't look as effortless as I thought it should.
No, the Nets offensively aren't as good as a team as they were last year. You missing Kyrie, obviously. Jeff Green was a big piece. Like I think a lot of people don't realize how good Jeff Green is. And I didn't until after 2018. I was like, oh yeah, Jeff Green is I like Jeff Green, and they missing, but I like that the Patty Mills edition for sure. And then also
definitely.
When you got like LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin, you're not going to be as fast pace of an offense, and you're going to slow it down a little bit more. You might not put up as much points because you're inside the paint. It's not as much. They're not as much of a 3-point scoring team as they usually are. Even though Joe Harris had a great night last night, he finally came alive, but he's not living up the way he's supposed to neither. And I'm a Joe Harris guy. I'm disappointed in Joe. But
you want Joe?
I wanted Joe.
I'll take Joe.
I still take him though.
Yeah,
get it twisted. He a shooter.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. I got a couple more. What about the Phoenix Suns? Struggling a little bit to start the season.
Yeah,
I give him I don't know, like
I gave him neutral.
Neutral. Like I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because they still got Chris Paul, and then they added, they still got Chris Paul.
How much you think this got to do with Ayton? Ooh, Horford. How much you think this got to do with Ayton not getting a contract?
I'm pretty sure it's in his head. I mean, young
definitely.
guy. He want to get paid. He think he deserve it. I mean, you giving everybody around him their money, so why can't you give me mine? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And it's
deserving.
Yeah, and it's so. I mean, he's definitely a big part of their team. I mean, just imagine Aiden wanting that against the Lakers. That would have been easy. You know what I mean? So he was a big part, and he's a big part of that team. So I think he deserved it. I think it's probably bothering him, and he probably.
It is bothering him.
He probably know it's coming. Yeah,
I think he made it public at one time.
And then you got the breaking news that's happening with the owner, and what happened and what they putting out today. I saw it like a couple weeks ago. I knew it was coming, but I didn't. I didn't read into it. Yet.
He just being a rich guy, making them comments, misogynistic and racist and homophobic. I don't know if it was homophobic, but I know it was basically racist comments and misogynistic comments like against women and things like that. I read something about he made a comment about trying to recruit when they were trying to recruit LaMarcus Aldridge a while back, and about a big reason LaMarcus wanted to go to Texas, and when he was getting recruited by San Antonio and he wanted to go to Texas and stuff because he got kids down there. And so I guess they were saying something like the owner made a comment or allegedly made a comment about how they need to, when they bringing these players in and things like that, they need to have the strippers and you basically try the strippers to get them pregnant so that they have a reason to come to Phoenix. They got kids in Phoenix, so they will want to come play in Phoenix because they have kids in Phoenix in a sense. So yeah, that's one
that's kind of crazy.
alleged
that's
example.
like sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's one of the alleged examples of what he was saying and things like that. So it's basically another Donald Sterling type issue you got.
Yeah, definitely.
I got the Washington Wizards. I got them up.
I like the Wizards.
They're up. They've been playing good basketball. I think they got blew out last night. But they've been solid. Trey's been playing good. Cool's been playing good. Bill, he gonna do what he do.
Dinwiddie looks really good.
And they got a new coach, so
it's crazy.
They've been playing good ball, and they beat us twice.
It's crazy because it's like what you call it been missing. He been and nobody nobody in the organization knows even where nobody's kind of even really asking about him. But then Rui Hachimura, he ain't been around. They said ever since Japan Olympics, and I guess he didn't play good in the Olympics. His confidence or something. It's somebody he just I don't know. He been missing. He ain't been in the Wizards building or nothing. And I'm just that's crazy. That they missing him. Even he's a kind of a good player to me. Like, I mean, a good young player, but he ain't even been around, and they're not even like asking for him. So I'm like, what's
Right.
going on? Like, that's kind of weird.
Okay. The Memphis Grizzlies, who I'm probably
Harper with the
highest
rapid
on.
fire.
Yeah. I got two more after this. I kind of, this is all the teams I'm kind of like either excited. I feel like they're doing real good, or a lot of buzz with them. But the Memphis Grizzlies, man, I feel like John Morant then took that next step. I'm almost ready to say he's better than my stars on my team as far as total package, being a leader.
Yeah.
Something that my two guys are not at all. But they look good.
Leader.
Yeah, I didn't think they would look good, especially after trading Valanciunas?
Yeah.
After trading him, and then the guy they picked up in the draft, I didn't really like, but they look good, specifically him.
And their younger team with young leaders, and that coach, we got to give him credit because he came in and put a system in there, and I don't think he missed the playoffs, has he? I don't think
the Grizzlies. They didn't make the play-in. I mean, they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah, they did. They beat
the Warriors. They beat the Warriors. They blew the Warriors out.
The play-in?
Damn sure did.
Yeah.
Damn sure did make the playoffs last year.
So yeah,
I think
But no, he didn't make the playoffs the year before that. He'd been there for 2 years. Taylor Jenkins
you're right. I don't think they made it other than last year.
Yeah,
because they were close.
I thought he made it. He made it back to back. No. The Blazers made it. That play-in game. Yeah, that's what it was. The Blazers. Yeah, that's what it was. But I mean, they had a fighting chance. How about that?
They compete. They've been competing, and they've definitely improved. And I like the Grizzlies. I like John Morant. I just got to see a young team. So the thing with young teams is consistency and keeping it going for an 82 game stretch. So right now, some team, it's like you got your teams that you're not so concerned about, in the sense that you got like your teams that you're like, oh, they're playing good right now, but can they keep it up? And that's one of the teams. Them and the Bulls, I think it's like, I don't know. That's probably what the teams you might have about to say, Hart, but I'm like, can they keep up this level of play, because they're playing at a high level right now, and so.
Yeah, I got a $50 bet on the Bulls right now.
I mean, the Bulls are playing great. I think I think they're gonna eventually start to lose some games.
I do too,
and even out a little bit, because I don't think they could keep up the level of play. Zach LaVine.
They lost to the Sixers last night.
Yeah, he my boy.
But your boy
is gonna be a problem for them.
Your boy DeRozan, I mean, he putting on the show, and he killing.
And that's the thing. If DeRozan your leader, I know you're not gonna be able to keep it up.
He's gonna crumble quick.
Yeah, so
crumble quick. I agree.
I don't know. Maybe he got a happy home and he a new person. I mean, he maybe wasn't happy. But
DeRozan ain't that type of consistent player anyway.
I mean, he was number one seed with Toronto multiple years.
Yeah, but that was Lowry team.
LeBronto.
Yeah, but he was on the team.
LeBron's team.
LeBronto.
I mean, LeBron owned
them when it comes to the Raptors, man.
LeBron owned them, but I'm just saying, as far as he's been on good teams and he played good ball.
He has. He's been.
But we got to give him credit what he's doing right now. He's killing.
Yeah,
he is. He definitely.
Speaking of happy home, I got the Portland Trailblazers down.
Definitely down.
Dame is they down, and I don't know. And I mean, I don't understand. For one, I don't understand how the hell Damian Lillard is a top 75 player. I don't understand.
I agree.
I don't understand how you can put him over Dwight Howard. How you can put him over? I wouldn't even put him over Tracy McGrady. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a lot of players that I would say I would put over Damian Lillard. And that's no disrespect to Damian Lillard, but it's just like Damian Lillard to me has already overachieved in his career. Like nobody expected Damian Lillard to lead a team, let alone lead a team to the Western Conference Finals in 1 year. This long, like I didn't expect. So it's just like I just don't understand what he's done. He's not the best. He's never been the greatest, like the best point guard in the NBA. He's never been the greatest shooter in the NBA. He's a great shooter. Don't get it twisted, but like. That's Steph. Steph Curry hands down. Like you with Steph. Clay to me is a better shooter than Damian Lillard. So I mean, I I don't know, and I don't know. He ain't really looking too good. I like
No,
that,
he
but
don't.
I'm not. And they saying it's because of the ball switch. You know, they switched to basketballs. They
I
switched to
don't want to
Wilson,
hear that,
and
man.
You
somebody
trying to
said that's
spawn him
why
for Wilson?
they saying that's why like Luka hasn't been shooting it as good right now, and
It's always
Dame.
something.
And it is always something. And why like some of the guys aren't shooting the ball as well, but I mean, that's just another reason to me why he not a top 75 player. Because if a basketball mean, you know, you can't still shoot it at a high clip, then you ain't a good player.
No.
You know.
Do you
But
think
the thing is, hold on, this is the thing. When people put Dame top 5 point guard in the league, you know, he's up there, maybe top 5 in the league. You have to criticize him on that level. And so, yeah, he didn't come in the league to achieve nothing. But when people put him up there and say, oh, he's a superstar and this and that, we have to judge him off of that.
Right.
And so when you can't get your team over the hump and lead them guys with a down, or the Denver didn't have Murray, you know what I mean? Denver didn't have Murray, and you can't lead that, then we have to say something about that. Great player. Dame is a great player. I mean, stand-up guy, you know, he's trying to do it for Portland and make it happen. But, I mean, you could say the Blazers had a great, I ain't going to say great, but they had a decent roster the last couple of years.
Right.
And so that's me personally. This is me personally. I think that when you lose 4 out of the 5 in the first round, I have to say something about that because I look at you as a great player. A great player in this league today. So
right, he is. I mean, in this league today, he is. He's arguably. It's hard for me to put Dame in the
10.
He's like bottom in top 10 players.
He's falling out.
And
especially the way he started this year, like
he's compared himself. He want to be like Greek and like Dirk, but dude, you 6'2", you know, 195 maybe. You know, like you're not built to like carry. To me, he's not built. I don't know. You know, Steph a different breed though. Like Steph, that's what makes Steph so different. And Steph don't even play defense like that, but Steph don't. I don't know. Steph just a different breed, but like you're not gonna be Dame. I just don't see him carrying a team. And you 6'2", 195, and you injury prone, and you can. It's always something like it's always when it matters. He always come up gimpy with the injury or something. Even in the bubble, like he came up with an injury, and it's like I don't know. I'm just. I just feel like it's so disrespectful that Dame Lillard is a top 75. But like I know we got, and then he's showing it right now.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm definitely agreeing with you.
That's disrespectful. Man.
As far as especially the resume, I don't think it's
like how where did that come from? Like
I don't think it's
it's kind of like the Shaq thing, man. But he ain't Shaq. Not even. Go ahead.
I mean, you could argue Anthony Davis too. I don't know kind of how he made it over like Dwight Howard. Like he's not, to me, like he hasn't done nothing outside of that, 2020 championship. He don't have even the accolades that MVP had. Right, like you don't have an MVP, a defensive player of the year.
Right,
you don't have none of that. So I mean, I just don't understand how he made it. It's like I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it, man. I don't. So. Well, go ahead. No, y'all go ahead. It's off topic. Go ahead.
Oh, nah. I'm just saying. I mean, I'll say the East more loaded now than the West, man. And I think a lot of teams are somewhat balanced. And you're gonna get some good basketball like day in and day out. So we're gonna see what happens down the stretch. I mean, it's early. I'm still upset about my Celtics, but
the East is loaded.
We'll see what happens.
That's why I say y'all window closing, because the East is so it's just so loaded. Like it's crazy.
No, you said it's closed. You ain't say it's closing. You said it's closed.
That's what, but like I mean, it's loaded. In the West if y'all was in the West, y'all have a chance because the West is just like,
Of
to me,
course.
the West is wide open. The West is wide. Like I don't see too many teams.
I don't see it that wide
but
open.
it's still
I'm gonna be
early
honest.
right now. It is still early though, so
Very early.
It'll tighten up. But I mean, the Clippers don't impress me right now. They missing Kawhi. I'm not impressed. The Nuggets missing Murray. Like a lot of the teams missing players. I'm never impressed with the Jazz. I mean, they gonna give you a good regular season, but them boys just
what they gonna do after that, right?
Right. Oh,
what Donovan gonna do?
I know we gonna wrap it up soon, but I wanted to ask y'all about Scottie Pippen. Get y'all thoughts on the Scottie MJ.
I had that wrote down
thing, and how much of it is y'all think? I think is factual, and how much is just. I think Scottie kind of is just in his feelings, right? I think he needs a check for one, so he's just trying to get his name.
That's what I said earlier.
Any guy that takes a 7-year deal and they tell you not, you already starting off bad. Well, he took that 7-year deal.
Yeah. But for me,
go ahead. Yeah.
For me, we talked about this. Me and Derrick talked about this earlier with the homies. I don't know what it is with Scottie Pippen. Like I like Scottie Pippen. I think he's a very, very good to great player. Like
right.
I'm not gonna just flat out say he was a great player. I'm not gonna do that. He was the most complimentary player you could probably put beside Mike. Because he didn't need to score all the time. He was an excellent defender. He was a great passer. He could do all those intermediate things. He was even a pretty good leader. But for people to act like, oh, man, that's the Robin to his Batman, like, yeah, it was because that's how it played out. But, like, if we're going to sit here and act like Mike went to win no chips without Scottie Pippen, that's just a little crazy. Like, he even made the comment, I think it was like, it was like Mike and then the rest of us. Nigga, because it is Mike and the rest of us.
But you can't. I mean, yeah, that was Michael Jordan's team. That's no question. That's
question.
Michael Jordan's team. But the evidence shows that until Scottie Pippen came along and developed, and
not when Mike was still
Mike
developing.
don't have no rings without Scottie Pippen.
But Mike was still developing.
You're right, that he was. But but you can't say there's no evidence that says that Michael Jordan would have won the ring without Scottie Pippen because he didn't. He didn't. Now you can say he would have won the ring without Dennis Rodman because he did. But Scottie was there. And
but
Scottie,
there is a lot of evidence, and there's a lot of evidence that shows me that Scottie Pippen wouldn't even be somebody that we would remember had he not played with Mike.
Now,
he had 2 years.
I will agree with that. I will agree with that. 2
years in his prime. They was a 500 team. You ended playoff series with Kukoc hitting a shot. You on the bench kicking chairs because you mad with Phil.
What was
then
that?
Then you got your shoe up with the Jordans on, talking about come back. I need you. Then the Blazers years, Derrick, my man, his favorite team of all time.
It ain't my favorite team of all time. Stop it.
But you can't say Scottie ain't never come. Like Scottie wasn't number one. He was a great number two, but he always competed. He always, one of the best number twos. He got 6 rings.
But that's because you beside a guy that's probably
6-0 in the finals.
Jordan. Like, look at Scottie on the name something. What is the first thing you think of Scottie Pippen if you take it off the Bulls? If you take it out of Michael Jordan, what's the first thing that pops in your head about his career?
He was a good number two.
He was a good Robin.
Stop it.
No, I'm saying outside of Mike. Outside, because he played.
But Scottie, it ain't like Scottie just didn't not make the playoffs, or just Scottie was still competing. He ain't Michael Jordan. Ain't nobody saying that he on Michael Jordan level. But
you are just one of the guys. You are just another one of the guys. Get in the back of the bus.
But
you can sit in front of them, but you're in the back.
But that's like saying, I don't know. I don't know. Scottie ain't just one of the guys, man. I just can't say that Scottie ain't Michael Jordan, but he ain't one of the guys. He
So Scottie Pippen
Robin.
top 10 of all time.
Who?
So Scottie Pippen top 10 of all time.
No.
Top 20?
No, he top 75.
That's exactly like listen to that.
He might be top 50. Yeah, he might be top 50.
Like me, but listen to that.
I mean, look, I don't know.
We like arguing if he's top. Is he better than Paul Pierce all time?
No.
Is he better than Ray Allen all time?
No, he ain't better than Ray Ray. I like Ray.
Like to me, man, that's when you getting into these guys. I mean, they weren't great number ones themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't great number ones. They was not. And I love Paul and Ray, but to me, Scotty, he got dropped in the best situation possible for him, man. You literally played with the best basketball player of all time.
Arguably.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
but Scotty got some points, though. You know, why? I don't know. Scotty, I don't think all of what Scotty saying is just like, oh, he just hating. Like,
he's just mad because he made millions off of Last Dance and he ain't getting none of it. And he was a part of it. That's all it is. Now let me put out a book to shame Joe and tell them
right now when he had it for so long and he just decided to drop it. Maybe
that's on TV.
Maybe it's because he trying to cut the chatter out because everybody now it's people that's got LeBron James as the greatest.
Hey, look,
basketball.
you seen that one word?
Those people must be 25 and younger.
They talking about the king. I mean, they can be.
You called him the second best player of all time 15 minutes ago.
I said he's a top 2 player of all time. I think he's the best player. I think he's the number 1, but I didn't want to start no argument with y'all, so I just said I say that because he's definitely for sure a top. You can
say that for tomorrow.
I don't mind. I don't have a problem with people saying that Michael Jordan is the greatest because it's a opinion that it's like a person to person thing. It's a range of people. It's a range of people. Long as you you saying a certain criteria of people, I don't mind. If you say Michael Jordan is because you can arguably say he is. I can arguably say LeBron James is the greatest basketball player. I can make that argument. That's why I think he is. But you can't make an argument and say Kevin Durant is the greatest basketball player of all time because he's not. He don't have the resume. He won't ever be.
No. But again, like Derrick said, if you under 25, now wait till the next generation come up and see what they.
It's gonna be LeBron until somebody else come. Even though Steph Curry is currently the favorite of a lot of, but people people that think Steph that is their favorite player right now, they think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time.
That's my point. Under 25. Hey. I wanted to ask y'all, how do y'all feel? That's
gonna be a good debate.
How y'all feel they doing with this 75-year stuff, like with all this jerseys and courts and bringing the older players and stuff? What y'all think they doing with that? Is it good?
I think so far it's good. I mean, you got the different things like these uniforms. I mean, some teams good, some teams all right. Some teams don't look good.
They wearing them tonight.
But I think as the year progresses, I think it should be more and more. I think that should highlight more of most of all the 75 players. You know what I mean? I think it should be something. Right. And I think some of that gonna come through like All-Star weekend and stuff like that. But most of it right now is kind of whatever. I mean, we have been seeing the 75 everywhere though. Like most of the broadcasts, you seeing that 75 most of the time when they going out of commercials on the floor and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. It's always good to. I love, I'm a history guy anyway, but I love especially basketball. Just anytime you can learn something you might not have known about, the history of basketball and in the jerseys and all that. I think it's pretty cool, and I think they're doing a good job. And like Derrick said, I think that once the All-Star break come around, I think they're gonna make like a big thing for it, All-Star, especially with the, it's probably gonna be more of a traditional All-Star this year and everything. So I think it's gonna be real big. Where is All-Star this year? Where is it?
Is it Who knows?
I have no idea.
LA, no.
Chicago?
No,
Chicago was last year.
Chicago was last year, yeah. I don't know. I know we up 30.
Oh shoot!
I know we up 30 means to the best team in the loaded East. With
It's in Cleveland. It's in Cleveland.
Oh God! It's in Cleveland.
They want Brian to be in the dunk contest, you know.
That ain't happening.
We know. We know, man. Oh, I have one more team. What y'all think is Charlotte, man?
They need a big. They need some bigs. They need some.
I think they need to upgrade Plumlee. The talent is. The talent is there. LaMelo. We went to see him. Me and Harper went to see him against the Celtics, which the Celtics won that game. But he put on a show, and I think. He box office. If you get a chance to see him, he's go watch that kid because he phenomenal, and he they was just going back and forth, and they went to overtime. They was just going back and forth, and he knows when the moment is, and he takes in the moment, and he really shows up in the moment. Everybody gonna have a bad day, you know. Right. But him, and then you got Bridges, which is he turned down that money, but he's playing really good right now.
Yeah, Bridges.
And Oubre was a good pickup. And you got your Rozier and Washington coming back, so they got a good team. And hopefully, if Hayward can stay healthy, they can kind of make some noise.
Big hopefully.
Big hopefully. But hopefully,
McCaffrey, what?
Hopefully they can make some noise. Because they was in the play-in last year, but and got blew out. So they got the talent to make some noise, and they've been playing some good ball. So I'll put them as up.
Yeah, I put it. Yeah.
I agree with Mees. That's all they need, man. They need a competent big man that can do more.
Yes, because Plumlee not it.
No, he's not. He's decent.
Off the bench, he would be a great off the bench big
the
man. He give you good minutes here and there, spot minutes, but he shouldn't. You shouldn't be relying on Plumlee to be your big. My opinion.
Yeah. 2 hours, fellas. 2 hours. That means y'all had a lot to say. Y'all been hiding behind the camera, I see. It's good to be back. It's good to have this conversation. A lot more to happen. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Talkin Noise Podcast, Spotify. Do it all. Reach out to us. Help us, man. Send it, post it, text your friends, call your friends and say, yo, the Talkin Noise Podcast is out. Go watch it, man. Support us. We're going to be back. Any last words from y'all fellas?
No. Thank you for everybody that's supporting us now. And
that's right.
Tune in. We appreciate it. And, thank you.
We got a lot more topics in, and congrats to your Celtics, Harper. I'm sure you're happy. You wanted to give it away so early, but you know how these games go.
Oh, it ain't over yet. We still got about 3 minutes. You know how we get down.
We got 22. We should be over.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, man, one more thing. So, Derrick, how much did you enjoy Homecoming? And Mees, how much did you miss it?
Homecoming was straight.
Man, I did a little homework today. I did do a little bit.
Homecoming was cool. It was different, but I was shooting the game. I shoot the game most years, and it's not just Homecoming. It's most of the time. But it's good to see people that you haven't saw in a while. Good to have those conversations. I didn't talk to any classes, but I heard my name was buzzed around the place. But I did stop by to see old teachers, and just kind of keep that fellowship going on. But it's always good to see good Aggies. And I was kind of low key this year, and I ain't really turned up too much. But went to a comedy show, went to the game, went in the yard for a little bit, and that was about it.
I don't really miss. I'm not. I did it for so long. It's just I don't know. But I'm kind of I like to just sit in the house for the most of the time. So I don't really be missing.
You're an old man now.
But when I get out there, I know it's I missed this, but I gotta actually get out there, and then I'd be and then I'll probably say, oh yeah, I missed this, I needed this, but I'm not. I guess I missed it for so long now that I don't. It don't really. I don't know. I'm kind of just used to missing stuff, so I don't really.
Yeah, my little time out there, it was cool. It was pretty organized. It felt pretty safe everywhere we was at, man. It was a good vibe everywhere. They did a good job, yo. They had everything spread out through the city. It was a lot going on in a lot of places.
I missed the food. That's about it.
Oh, gotta get that fish plate now.
Man,
Ribs. I made sure I got all that stuff. I made sure.
I ain't had none of that in a while. I missed that.
The comedy show was great. I had low expectations going in, but it was great. Like all 5 of the guys, they were really good. So.
And most of them were Aggies. I think they're out of 4, and then 1 went to Antioch but didn't finish. But we got to wrap it up, fellas, man. I know y'all hungry. I know y'all got to get back to your families, your lives, and do your own thing. But for the Talkin' Noise podcast, episode 13, you already know.
Peace.